Chapter 14, 9 Colors Tanrikotenten Rainfall. After Xiao Yan's thunderous command, a powerful surge of heaven and earth's spiritual energy gathered visibly into the cauldron, separating into 3 streams that were absorbed into the 3 volatile medicinal materials. This influx helped to stabilize the conflicting energies, signaling the beginning of a successful fusion. Watching from above, President Bai Su praised Xiao Yan's technique, explaining to the puzzled onlookers that the fire elf's unique flame, combined with Xiao Yan's control, was neutralizing the violent properties of the ingredients. Even Bai Su was secretly impressed, muttering to himself about the boy's rare talent. With clear purpose, he whispered to Vice President Bai Ruo, who then hurried from the assessment grounds, an action not missed by the observant silver-haired woman, Yueru, who guessed his intentions and muttered coldly, "Don't try to steal him from me." Meanwhile, Xiao Yan maintained focus. Using the devouring power of the heavenly flame of void swallowing left within Xiao Yi's body, he purged the remaining volatile elements from the ingredients. With the energies now harmonized, he began the fusion process. As 3 distinct substances began to merge inside the cauldron, Xiao Yan opened his eyes, calmly commanding the next step. The flames, no longer resisted by opposing forces, steadily combined the materials. The crowd watched in awe as Xiao Yan declared the fusion a success. What had started as an experiment in theory had now become a stunning practical breakthrough. Though the fusion was complete, pill formation and Dan Thunder tribulation still remained. Xiao Yan sat cross-legged, allowing the pill to form slowly, a process that would take several days due to the pill's emperor-grade level. Members of the Alchemist Association waited patiently, understanding that such powerful pills required time, and none dared to disturb the process. 5 days passed. Gradually, the medicinal essence condensed and solidified, signaling the final stage, the appearance of Dan Thunder tribulation, a heavenly phenomenon that occurs when pills surpass the 8th rank. These dangerous thunderstorms, known as Dan Lei, are infamous for destroying both pill and alchemist if unprepared. Yueru, who had watched Xiao Yan's progress with growing concern, looked on with anxiety as dark thunderclouds began to form in the sky. Even Bai Su, though confident, acknowledged the seriousness of the coming tribulation. For pills of emperor grade, the thunder would be far more ferocious than anything seen with standard high-grade pills. Suddenly, a thunderclap echoed across the skies. All eyes turned upward. The once neutral clouds above the arena began to churn and change color, shifting from dull gray to radiant hues. Bai Su, astonished, realized this wasn't ordinary Dan Lei, this was 9-Colored Dan Thunder, a legendary sign that a pill had transcended even the 9th grade and entered the true emperor rank category. The thunderclouds lit up, and just as the first bolt struck, a fragrant mist filled the air, followed by a miraculous downpour of liquid Dan rain, a phenomenon so rare that even seasoned alchemists could only dream of witnessing it. The entire arena was stunned. Not only did Xiao Yan succeed, but he had produced an emperor-grade medicinal pill under the heavens' recognition. The downpour of Dan rain purified the dou qi and soul force of everyone present, lifting their cultivation and leaving them awestruck. On a distant stone platform, Yueru finally let out a long breath, her anxious heart easing into a smile of admiration and relief. She whispered softly, "He actually succeeded. 9-Colored Dan Lei. A sky full of Dan rain. The birth of a first-grade emperor-level pill." President Bai Su laughed heartily, overwhelmed by pride and disbelief. This is the real thing. But even amid the celebration, Bai Su narrowed his eyes toward the thunderclouds still swirling violently above. The 9-Colored Dan Lei was no ordinary storm. The final trial was about to begin. And everyone wondered, how will Xiao Yan withstand this heavenly judgment? Subscribe for more.